Welcome back to the Raising Our Vibration podcast, where we explore higher consciousness through spiritual practice. And today, Stephen and I are going to explore a revolutionary new view of your body. So, what do we mean by that? Without knowing it, we tend to live in a conceptual relationship with our bodies and ourselves. We hold body and self images that we compare with culturally acceptable images. For example, most common archetypal ones are women should be pretty and nice, and men should be strong and successful. So personally, I met that cultural image, and I was small and weak as a child. And so I lifted weights obsessively. I still lift weights, but in a different way. But I lifted them to the point where I was 50 pounds of muscle heavier than I am now in my mid-20s. So I'm in my 60s now. So these conceptual objectifications of ourselves, or these conceptual objectifications of the body and of self, lead us to objectify ourselves. And they tell us that we need to be different than we are. And they're reinforced by a constant bombardment of advertising images that tell us what we need to do and have to be more beautiful and to avoid an alarming range of diseases. So if you look at all the commercials that you see, how many of them are either for beauty care products or prescription drugs, right? And they all tell us, you better get tested for this, or you need this to be healthy, okay? So this leads us on the one side, on the look side, to sometimes feelings of deep shame about our bodies and how they are in relation to these images that are held up, and on the health side to deep fear, like we're constantly wondering what crazy disease this body is going to get. So in reaction to this, we can either tend to cling to the body and obsess about its look, about how we look, and about our health, or to be averse to the body and to avoid relating to it. So either hanging on or gripping tightly in fear, or pushing away, being averse in fear. So in this podcast, Stephen and I want to explore a new view of the body and a new experience of embodied awareness. So the new view, seeing this body as a precious and amazing vehicle for our life experience, for our life purposes, and experiencing our inner body in terms of present felt sensory experience. So having embodied awareness, which is really different from this conceptual mind. It has a whole different feel and flavor to it. So through this new view and through a practice of coming into deeply embodied awareness, we can come to live in a precious human body. And so, Stephen, I invite you into this discussion, and also invite you to guide us in a practice of going through the body and appreciating each part in terms of its purpose and its preciousness in relation to our life experiences and the different purposes that we are here for. So, Stephen, welcome.
Oh, Kevin, thank you, and love and blessings to everybody on your beautiful day, wherever you are. So, Kevin, I think this ties beautifully with a retreat I'm on. I'm currently on a retreat, Mahamudra retreat with Mingyur Rinpoche. And a lot of people on the discussion groups are speaking about, they're out of the body, or they're not in the body, or they're feeling resistance, or they're feeling fear, and so on and so forth, and how to deal with shame, rejection, fear, resistance, and all the challenging emotions that we get in the course of our spiritual practice. So these are practitioners that have done at least a fair bit of grounding in their traditions, and the answer is always the same. And I'll paraphrase it: get back into the body. In other words, develop a sacred relationship with your body, go out, do physical exercise, actually ground your experience. And it reminded me, funnily enough, as you were talking, it reminded me of an experience some years ago, Kevin, that I had with this, because like you, I was very interested in the body when I was a young man. So at age 13, I had a bet with my dad that I would be doing yoga until I was 90. In fact, we bet until we bet at that stage. And it was a really cool thing for a young kid to do, because I was determined to beat my dad. And my dad was pretty sure I was not going to be doing it. And the bet was a one, New Zealand dollar bet to that I would do yoga night and morning unfailingly until I was 90. That was the bet. Now, it's a small motivation, of course, in terms of but that dollar was everything, because that meant, okay, my dad was fairly convinced I wouldn't do it. Would I be able to, adopt this body practice for basically my entire life? Now, I have to this point successfully done it right up to, like you, when I'm in my 60s, and that's from when I was 13. So it's a fair bit of time. I still, I'm going to have to collect from Dad in heaven, but that we prearranged as well. and I'm very aware, that much like Mingyur Rinpoche's groups, that often the very first meditation practice that a lot of the monastics do, and especially the Tibetan monastics do, because I discovered this also when I stayed at monasteries up in the Himalayas, was they do training on this precious human body. It's called different things, but they do a contemplation on being grateful for the body, what the body does for us. And I know that became a critical factor for me in terms of arriving at this point with my dad, with agreeing to do this yoga practice every day. So you were lifting weights and I was lifting my body in a different way, but it's basically the same thing. You kind of learn in different ways how to use what's around you to appreciate the body and do something for it.
And those practices really, it gives you this embodied awareness, right? That's different from when you're lifting weights, or you're feeling, sensing the yoga postures and the breath in the body and the movements and the flow. It's a whole different awareness, embodied awareness, that is different from conceptualizing.
Exactly. It is totally different. And in fact, so the funny experience I remembered, Kevin, as you were sharing, and this might bring a bit of a chuckle to people who are listening or watching this, is I actually first encountered this practice. So this would be, more than 40 years ago. Now it's nearly 50 years ago, actually, because my brother and I, when we sort of first discovered the merits of yoga, when we were, so it was 13, 14, 15, because I came across the autobiography of Yogi and I thought, well, he does yoga, I better find out about this yoga. And I was a pretty avid martial artist at that stage. I'd been training in martial arts since I was 5, so I had a long history in kind of using the body for different reasons. But my brother introduced me to a gentleman who I can only describe as looking like a bearded, you know that Yoda, when he gets a bit old, he's got this little goatee beard, I think, or something like that. He was like that. He was quite a small gentleman with a goatee beard, and his name was Reverend Postlethwaite. That's a pretty unusual. I still remember him. And we went to see it. I remember going down the garden path and into his, he had a kind of patio area where he did yoga. And it was this, tiny room, like a country kind of garden thing, and on his property. And we went in the very early morning, and he simply taught us how to really appreciate the body. Like, it was my very first experience of, he'd started off, you'd just sit there on the ground, and he'd just say, okay, now bring appreciation for the body, bring appreciation for the fact that you've got feet and that you can walk, that you're sitting on a body that sits up straight. Because he said, there's lots of people that don't have that. Be grateful for two hands for going about your work, and be grateful for your head and that you've got eyes to see through. Yeah, it was so simple. It was like this little ritual before we actually did the yoga practice, and then we do salute to the sun. I still remember that, and in fact, that jogged my memory for this very funny little practice that he did. And he was a very quaint gentleman. I can't say even to this day I've ever really met somebody that was quite like him, because he was extremely useful for his grand old age. I'm sure he must have been fairly ancient, but well, he seemed ancient to a 13-year-old. But he seemed to be able to move very gracefully. And he said that it all come from this, gratitude of the body and the body and its parts, and then learning to do yoga and learning to do meditation. So I think, for everybody that's listening, if you want to start your day in a really profound way, then just get up, sit on the side of your bed or lie in your bed before you do anything else, and feel into your different body parts, which is what we're going to do. And be grateful for the fact that they actually help and assist you in your life purpose. The fact that you have a brain that thinks thoughts, that actually has helps you to focus or helps you to bring attention to things. Very, very simple stuff that allows you to tap right into the preciousness, not only of the human body, but the relationship of the human body to your life purpose. So that
I'm ready.
You're ready? Yeah, I felt it too, because I was actually right back there, Kevin, when I was 13, sitting on that. I can remember the little place. It was a little place, you've got to imagine a garden. It's outside, but kind of that inside outside, half in between, where you could open all the windows and actually you'd feel like you're outside, but it was still inside the house, like that. Okay, so let's begin. So this is a really simple practice that we're going to do today, and it's just a simple way of honoring your body and honoring this revolutionary new view of your body, and that is as a very precious guide to your life purpose. So very simply, I want you to rest back wherever you are and just take a few moments to begin with, to explore the possibility and to explore the purpose of this very short practice, and that is that you can experience your body as a guide into purpose and a guide into life purpose, and that it might open by finding your body as a place to go for refuge and as sacredness, that you can actually experience your body as a guide to that life purpose. So to begin, find a comfortable upright position. Cup your hands in your lap, right resting in the left, with the tips of your thumbs touching lightly, and lightly close your eyes. And let's begin by turning into the body. Feel into your body. Sense into your body. Just simply be grateful for the fact that you have a body at all, that you have a precious human body. And that for this practice, your precious human body is going to be a guide into purpose, into your life purpose, into the simple ways that our body, with all its feelings and sensations and memories and urges, the way it holds all of these, that each body part can be a guide into that purpose. So I want you to begin with your crown, up around your crown and your brain and your eyes. And as we go from the top of your body scanning down, I want you to simply contemplate the value of your life. So thank your eyes, first of all. That's an easy place to start. Thank your eyes for allowing you to feast on the beauties of life. Just consider for a moment some of the wonderful things that your eyes have seen in your life. Just contemplate the value of having eyes and be grateful for them. Be grateful for the power to be able to see loved ones. Your eyes are closed, so you might be grateful for the power to see the inner visions too. So thank your eyes. And then go right into the center of your head, into the brain. Just feel around into that brain that allows you to bring thoughts, to bring focused attention. Just consider some of the many thoughts you've had in your life, ideas, opportunities you've had to consider this life purpose or that, no matter what it is, without any judgment. Just the fact that the brain, with those neurons connecting, has allowed you to feel into a life purpose, make some sense of it. Just be thankful for that. Be thankful for the brain and the way it interprets the beauties of life that you see, so you can make some connections. And then be grateful for your ears. Thank your ears for the sounds. You might even notice the sounds at the moment. Notice the way the ears have contributed to life purpose, to the power of hearing. Thank you, power of hearing. Thank you, hearing. Thank you, sounds, words. Notice what arises when you just bring thankfulness for your ears. Being able to hear the voices of loved ones, all of that. Thank your ears. And then go to your nose. You might notice what smells are present. Thank your nose for aromas and smells and scents and perfumes. Sometimes when we do this, certain perfumes, smells arise. Just notice what arises and be thankful for it. We've got a lily pond with lotuses near us. I can always smell it. Whenever I go to the smell of something, that arises very swiftly. So just notice the smells and thank your nose for the power of smells and the way those smells might also help your life purpose. You might start to notice some connections between what you see and the way your brain interprets what you see or what you hear, and the way your brain interprets that and what you smell. So there's a knowing of your seeing, your hearing, your smelling, and also your thoughts. And then bring your attention to your lips and your mouth. You might even feel the saliva in your mouth and swallow. And be thankful for the ability to swallow, for the tastes that are in your mouth. Be thankful for the tastes of life, the ability to taste food. I know a number of people who lost the sense of taste recently because of a variety of things that happened in our world. So be really grateful for the power of taste. And again, it contributes to life purpose. It makes you aware there are certain tastes that feed the body, that support it. Bring a sense of thankfulness for taste. And then as you go down, feeling into the throat. And if you're drawn to other areas of the body, as you make your way down, that's absolutely fine. Just express your own thanks for the way it contributes to your life and life purpose. You feel into the throat, maybe you feel into thankfulness for the words that come out, the songs that you sing, the songs that you connect to, that you sing so joyfully, the way you communicate. And so thank your throat and your vocal cords for all of that power, for the ability to allow food through to nourish you, for the wonder of speech, for the beauty of song. And you feel down and into your shoulders. Maybe you feel down your arms and into your hands. Let yourself marvel at the beauty of your hands. Give thanks for the way the hands move and create and open and share and touch and grasp and let go. Be grateful for the skin on your hands and the nails on your hands that protect the ends. Be grateful for the joints that allow the hands to move in a particular way, or your wrist. Just notice what you're drawn to. Be thankful for the beauty, the wonder of your hands, their ingenious perfection and the way that they are made. Feel down into your heart. Give thanks for the beauty of the heartbeat, the way it pumps blood, the way the heart feels, the way when you open your heart, it opens you to love. Be thankful for how this connects to your life purpose. What do you love in life? What are you passionate about? What really opens your heart? Be really thankful. And your lungs. Be thankful for your breath. Take in a breath and feel the beauty of breathing in with the power of the breath and the lungs and the way they connect and the way it circulates through the body, the way it oxygenates your cells. Just notice with great thankfulness the beauty of the breath, how wondrous it is to be able to breathe. The way the lungs work, sustaining, supporting that breath, allowing you to inhale and exhale. You can take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. Let that breath expand your lungs, expand your heart, expand your body. Just rest in this gratitude, rest in the thankfulness. Let yourself marvel at your spine, the strength of the spine, the suppleness of the spine, that it's straight and it can bend. It does extraordinary things, and it's surrounded by a nervous system which sustains you. Feel into your life purpose in terms of the strength and suppleness that you can develop strong purposes in life, and also you can be flexible and adaptable. Feel into that with thankfulness, with gratitude. Feel into your organs, the liver, the kidneys, pancreas, spleen. Feel into all of the organs in your body. Just connect with open-hearted, warm, joyful feelings of thanks for all the way the organs in our body process different chemicals, different foods, different aspects of our life. Stop us from accumulating toxicity, allow us to flow through with our purpose. Our purpose might be to help that flow of and freedom of help. Notice what comes up when you connect to this, to your feeling into each body part, feeling into each body part with incredible gratitude. And then feeling into your digestive tract or stomach and the intestines, the bowel, all of that beauty of the digestion. Let yourself marvel at the wonders of digestion. It actually allows food to flow through. If you've had food recently, you might even feel where your food is. And thank your digestion system for allowing you to embrace and open to the power of food, to sustain the body, to sustain your life purpose. It's so profound, feeling every part of your body is something to be grateful for and is something connected with life purpose. No matter what happens, this day is truly blessed because your body is here. You can really dwell in that gratitude and that love. And then feel into the marvel of the sexual organs and your pelvis. All of the way that life flows in, all the way that life arises for you. Be grateful for life flowing through you. Really give thanks for the way that life and creation is in the human body, in you. And really dwell on this power of creation in connection to life purpose, with the fullness of an in-breath and the fullness of an out-breath. Then feel down into your legs. All the way down into your legs, thighs, knees, calves, and to your feet. Just for a moment, contemplate the sturdiness of your feet and legs and the way that they carry you. They carried you here to come and sit down and meditate. They carry you throughout your day. Really give thanks for your feet, for your legs, for carrying you everywhere. Just take the time for the duration of a full in-breath and a full out-breath to really thank your legs and feet. Really dwell in gratitude. And then thank yourself, the cells themselves, for quietly replenishing, rejuvenating, keeping illness at bay, opening you to life, opening you to joy, opening you to love. Feel like every cell has a cell to be grateful for. Bring that full in breath and full out breath into every cell. Really give thanks for yourself for quietly and constantly remaining at work for you, supporting the body. Feeling. Notice how that contributes to your life purpose, to sustaining life, to replenishing life. And the way you might go about supporting and being of service to other human beings, rejuvenating, supporting, or replenishing their lives. Give thanks for that interconnectedness between your precious, sacred human body and theirs. So really give thanks for all the bodies that are part of your life. It's such a powerful way to really feel into our life purpose. You're beginning to rewrite your life purpose even now in a way that recognizes your body's deep and profound value in assisting life purpose. Everything, our loves, our joys, our work, our play, our opportunities, our lives in exercise, our lives in education, the way we have beautiful experiences, all of these are meditated through our body. Meditation in itself is impossible without the body. Meditation begins with these gateways of the body. The Buddha taught the body, mindfulness of the body is the very first step. In mindfulness of breath, senses. So we're journeying into the body to really be grateful, for every part of the body in this freshness of this beautiful moment. The body, by its own nature, is its own complete universe. And as you start to know and be grateful for this sacred universe, you too start to recognize the purpose of this sacred universe, the sacred, precious body that is not separate from your life purpose. In fact, in this sacred, precious human body is everything that unfolds as a blessing to grace our life purpose. Everything unfolds from this. Because how we perceive our body is how we perceive our world. We can feel into the body and feel love and sacredness and perceive our body as a sacred, precious opportunity to unfold love and compassion and care and wisdom, or we can do otherwise. And if we feel into the gratefulness and thanks for our body, then we can also feel into our world as a sacred, precious world to be grateful for. So for the last moment, just in silence, stillness and spaciousness. Just dwell on the precious human body with all its vastness, mysteries, and strength, all small ways it's supporting your life purpose. And connect that to your life purpose and feel the vastness, mystery, and strength of your life purpose and all the ways that it supports other lives, other sacred, precious human bodies, human beings. Let's take a moment to contemplate that. And then slowly, very slowly, like a young child, slowly open your eyes with gratefulness, with awe. In this retreat I'm on, Mingyur Rinpoche keeps emphasizing the childlike openness of us, how we can be in a very childlike, open and fresh way with every moment of our body. Because our body is home to bliss, but also pain. It's also home to joys and sorrows. It has a complete symphony that it plays for us, sometimes every day. And that whole picture, when we see it without judgment, is rich in a sacred dance of life. So feel into that in a childlike way. Feel into the open sacred universe of your body and connect that to the open sacred universe of your life purpose. And when you feel it in your body, you'll feel it in your life. Just rest in that stillness with your eyes open for a moment. Just feel into that sacred dance of your precious human body with this precious human life. As you go about your day, greet everybody with that knowing. The knowing that they too have a precious, sacred human body. And that they too are learning to live with that body. And that there might be many, many things that are going on in their body that they haven't yet discovered. So help them to miraculously support the body and all of life. Just simply by bringing gratitude and thankfulness to every moment. So thank you, Kevin, and thank you, everybody. I'll pass back to you for the last few moments, Kevin.
Thank you, Stephen, for that beautiful guidance. Yeah, my body feels very fresh and alive. So thank you for that. And yeah, what struck me in terms of purpose was being here now, being fully present is full of purpose. And life flows through and we follow it by tuning in, being grateful and thankful, following the flow. So thank you for that practice. Thank you all for participating with us. And if you'd like more information on meditation awareness practices like this, you can visit us at raisingourvibration.net. There you'll learn about the ROV meditation app, the Raising Our Vibration book, and our online courses, as well as our communities of practice. So we'd love to hear from you there. And you could link to all those opportunities there as well. So thank you once again. Love and blessings to all. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.